Hi, my name is Cold Beer and let's start with 9 Parchments. This is a cooperative action RPG game of magical mayhem from the creators of the Trine series. Here, runaway apprentice wizards seize the opportunity to complete their spellbooks by going after the lost 9 Parchments. Super powerful spells meant to be wielded by the most powerful mages. So as these newbies rapidly acquire powerful new spells without learning proper safety measures, it's natural that their hasty progress results in plenty of deadly accidents. 9 Parchments combines real-time spell shooting action with usual RPG elements. Here you level up your character and collect magical loot, filling your wardrobe with zillions of wizard hats and powerful staves. People on Steam are saying that this is a super entertaining game to play with your friends. Doesn't matter imaginary or real ones. Although keep in mind that if you play with imaginary friends, you will need another pair of non-imaginary hands. Why must everything be so complicated? I don't get it. Barotrauma. Here, in the not-too-distant future, humanity has fled to one of Jupiter's moons. With its irradiated icy surface, life can only be found in the ocean below. You'll travel through a punishing underwater world and discover what lies in the depths of Europa. Basically, this is a 2D co-op survival horror submarine simulator, one of the most casual genres, no doubt, inspired by base-building games like RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress. Also, it has a fun mode quite similar to Among Us. One of your crewmates may be a traitor. So, as you can see, Barotrauma has nothing to do with poor guys getting traumas in a local bar. Game has above 90% of positive reviews, and people on Steam are saying that this game is filled with stupid jellyfish and can be played by everyone with developed brains, meaning that it's not for kids, but you can play it with your grandma. Deep Rock Galactic. This is a 1-to-4 players first-person shooter featuring badass space dwarfs and 100% destructible environments. Here you can play alone or work together with other players as a team to dig, explore and fight your way through a massive cave system filled with hordes of deadly enemies and valuable resources. Pick some powerful guns like flamethrowers, Gatling guns, portable platform launchers, and show those puny aliens who's the boss. Dwarfs may be small, but they are really powerful. We in Lithuania have a saying,
Neugis or smugis,
meaning not the size, but the punch is what really matters. And your punch is really, probably weak in real world, but really impactful for the alien population in these dangerous caves. People on Steam are talking that there is no reason not to play this game, and I have to agree. Show those monsters the true meaning of extinction.
rock and stone, baby.
GTFO. This is a 4-player cooperative game. Good news for you, since you are obviously short of friends, the vacuum of your life can be filled with bots here. Playing with them can be irritating at first, but when you learn their mechanics, it's actually quite fun.
Said every lonely person ever.
Oh, shut up. Of course, game developers still recommend playing with real people since the game requires a level of communication and tactical combat, and a good strategy is necessary to win the game. Many of the creatures of GTFO are suspended in state of hibernation, so light, noise and vibrations can easily wake these sleepers up. Better leave your multi-purpose, noisy, vibrating flashlight at home, so if one of the creatures knows you are there, they all know. Be cautious when deciding on shooting. This game will truly test your patience, since it is a hardcore shooter and it doesn't have a difficulty setting. Although despite the fact that the graphics and atmosphere are amazing, GTFO can become quite repetitive rather quickly. Control Ultimate Edition. A corruptive presence has invaded the Federal Bureau of Control, and only you have the power to stop it. The world around you is now your weapon in an epic fight to annihilate an ominous enemy across the deep and unpredictable environments. Containment has failed, humanity is at stake, so it's time to kick some paranormal ass. SCP vibes are really strong here. To be fair, this game feels like you are in a dream all the time. Well, nightmare to be exact, because everything is changing all the time and not for good. The game is not scary, but it's ominous, that's for sure. People on Steam are saying that the story is very good. The game itself is out of the ordinary and it has some really cool puzzles to solve. So a bit of everything for everyone. Stasis, Bone Totem. Perhaps I should start with the fact that the game has an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam. That is always a great sign. Here you will take control of Mac and Charlie, a husband and wife duo who make their living by searching the ocean for salvage. But when you stumble upon an abandoned oil rig in the Pacific Ocean, you uncover a horrific secret, and the evil corporation behind it will do anything to keep it hidden. As you embark on your adventure, you will encounter an immersive narrative filled with spine-tingling tingling horror and unexpected twists. Stasis Bone Totem, despite being a psychological horror game, is kinda relaxing because of the point-and-click nature and an interesting puzzles to solve. Prodeus. This is an old-school first-person shooter game reimagined using modern rendering techniques and technology. Here you experience the quality you would expect from a modern AAA game, designed with retro aesthetics and gameplay that invoke the tech-imposed limits of older hardware. And I'm not kidding, the game has overwhelmingly positive reviews, so all this praise is well-deserved. The game features a campaign made by industry veterans, co-op and competitive multiplayer play, and a fully integrated level editor. As developers say, get ready to paint the walls red. This is the boomer shooter you have been waiting for. Moons of Madness. This is a first-person, story-driven cosmic horror game. Here the scientific exploration of Mars meets the supernatural dread of Lovecraft. The story begins when the mysterious signal has been recorded coming from the Red Planet. Corporate scientists decided that it is of intelligent origins and started to build an outpost on Mars to investigate the nature of the message. And you are one of the maintenance workers on that station without any idea why it is being built. Well, the rest is kinda self-explanatory. Brown substance hits the fan and you will have to solve the thing absolutely alone. Don't expect it to be a flawless game, it is not. It looks way better than it plays. But for this price, it's definitely a good choice if you like slow-burning Lovecraftian horror titles. In Sound Mind. This is a survival horror where you will experience a series of haunting memories. You will take on a journey through a progression of unsettling stories, each with unique puzzles, mechanics, weapons, and boss fights. Basically, here you play as a town therapist and dive into the strange worlds of your patients. The game is a bit scary and plays as a psychological thriller. All the levels are unique and all of them hold a certain ominous atmosphere, so it will definitely grow some hair on your mental balls. People on Steam are saying that almost nobody expected the game to be this good for this price, and I totally recommend it for you as well. Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. If you are just bored and want to kill some time in single player without thinking too much, I doubt there is a better game for that than Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. At first, it's really funny. Second, it challenges your IQ and actual tactical skills. All you need to do is to choose your units, place them strategically and press the fight button. They will do all the battling part by themselves and you will observe it like some overarching god who has no power to influence anything anymore. So when your army is ripped apart and its scattered remains lie on the ground, then you may think of another strategy and try again, and then again. Some of the battles in the campaign are crazy hard and will squeeze your IQ through your nostrils. Also, if you have some doubts, the game has about 100,000 reviews left on Steam and the score is really close to 100%. I'm not kidding, it's probably one of the best rated games on the whole Steam. Chivalry 2. When years ago I tried the first part of the game, I liked it so much that I played it for several hours non-stop. I had great internet, so anyone with slower connection died from my swings like bleeding pigs just because of the lag in their pathetic homes. I felt like a combat god, but that only lasted until some averagely talented players with good internet speed connected to my server and, I started to die a lot. That I didn't like. I have a similar story with Chivalry 2, but somehow this part was easier for me to learn and I had tons of fun. So here you'll try to dominate massive 64-player battlefields. Catapults tear the earth apart as you lay siege to castles, set fire to villages and slaughter filthy peasants in the glory of team objective maps. Also, a fully featured mounted combat system will make you feel like a true knight, and that includes the ability to trample your foes, land devastating front and rear horse kicks, unhorse your opponent with a lance and engage in a deep melee combat with grounded or mounted opponents. The game has a very positive review score left by tens of thousands of players, so I think it's safe for you to give it a try.
Thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time, bye. Subscribe to my channel or no potato salad for you.